normal student's life seems crazy as they try to balance school, sleep, extracurricular activities, and most importantly, a social life. Public schools introduce students to a whole new world of friends, enemies, and trying to find the right place to fit in. Unfortunately, perhaps this takes away from the whole purpose of school in the first place, to get an education. The question is, how important is it for children to experience public schools in order to get a proper education and social experience? As parents watch their children grow from babies to toddlers, they start to face them growing up and attending school. However, recent studies show that some may be avoiding this by choosing homeschooling. According to the U.S. Department of Education, since the last report in 2007, it shows that in 5 years, homeschooling has grown by 17%. Knowing the benefits of homeschooling for both parents and students can be helpful in order to decide whether to attend public or private schools or choose the path of homeschooling. Many may fear the lack of socialization that comes with homeschooling, but having a homeschooled friend in my grade that participates in many social events at our local public schools shows me that this can't always be the case. After researching this topic further, I was able to find beneficial parts of homeschooling that I wasn't even aware of. I will be showing you just how homeschooling environments can be extremely beneficial for students, as research shows better academic performance, still being able to possess proper social skills, and how combining these two can bring them together for a perfect equation for students' grades K through 12. Some may find the idea of a child being homeschooled receiving a better education than one who attends a public or private school absurd due to the fact that they're being taught by a parent rather than a certified teacher. However, kidshealth.org explains that parents are required to know the requirements and meet these educations and standards for their students so they get this proper education. According to Homeschooling, an encyclopedia entry by Eric Anderman, it shows that homeschool children are actually more successful because of the one-on-one attention they receive compared to students attending public and private schools that have to share the attention amongst one teacher. Anderman also explains that homeschooler scores have been well above those of their public and private school counterparts on average. Specifically, the median scores for every subtest at every grade, most in the 70th to 80th percentile, were higher than those of public and private school students. With a better performance in high school, homeschool students are setting themselves up for better chances and more opportunities in college. For one specific area, this is ACT scores. Einstein studies show it was found that while potential success in college did not differ significantly from homeschool graduates to conventional school graduates, homeschool students did score better on the ACT English subtest. With homeschool students having high success academically, it often puts them ahead of public and private school students. Anderman explains that almost 25% of homeschool students were enrolled one or more grades above their age-level peers that attended public and private schools. Also, in a survey of adults ages 18 to 24 who had been homeschooled, more than 74% had taken college-level courses, compared to the 46% for the rest of the general U.S. population. Moving away from education, the major concern with homeschooling is the belief that there is a lack of socialization for these students. However, homeschooled students are still able to possess proper social skills. In the Legal Issues 99 document, they define that socialization is the process by which individuals learn to establish and maintain relationships with others, become accepted members of society, regulate their own behaviors in accordance with society's codes and standards, and get along with others. This is extremely important for all people to experience, but the perception between homeschooling and socialization isn't always accurate. According to the Coalition for Responsible Home Education, both research and data show that homeschooled children can be well socialized in terms of social norms and in terms of social interaction. In fact, many homeschooled children have large social networks and social calendars. Many believe that children that are homeschooled are cooped up in the house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with no interaction with peers, other people in the community, or anything else. This isn't the case. Homeschooled students are still encouraged to interact with peers of local public schools through activities outside of the classroom. Socially active homeschooled students often are involved in field trips, playdates, ballet or gymnastics classes, group sports, music lessons, and many other extracurricular activities. There are many opportunities for homeschooled students to be socially active. It is just a matter of taking advantage of them and using them for benefit. Looking at education and socialization separately can make homeschooling seem like a great option, but it becomes even more beneficial when we look at the two benefits intermixed. Combining these two things and bringing them together can make for the perfect equation for students' grades K through 12. Oftentimes, public and private schools can create a negative social environment. This is one of the #1 reasons parents choose homeschooling for their child. In the contemporary legal document 99 issue, they suggest that the larger the group of children, such as a typical private or public school classroom, the fewer meaningful socialization contacts a child has. By homeschooling, students can focus on their studies rather than the negative social interaction around them or amongst them. They can also receive the positive social aspects by being involved in extracurricular activities of their choice. Therefore, as Anderman states, homeschoolers are provided opportunities that foster positive interaction, and they are also protected from many sources of negative socialization. When looking at the big picture, homeschooled students have the best of both worlds. Research showing better academic performance, opportunity for positive socialization, and the protection from negative socialization means that these students are getting close to the best educational experiences possible. I've shown you just how beneficial homeschooling can be. Misconceptions are often made, but research doesn't lie that homeschooling has benefits that public and private schools cannot provide. After looking at the positives, I hope you can all see the great things that homeschooling has to offer. These students have higher academic performances, higher ACT scores, opportunities to get proper social skills, and perhaps even better social skills than those who attend private and public schools, as well as being protected from the negative social interaction that public and private schools often possess. As more and more people jump on the bandwagon of homeschooling, I hope more and more people consider the benefits that I've shown you. For a better educational experience, homeschooling is the best option considering everything that it has to offer.